Yeah.
So the plan today, it's honestly pretty late. It's 4 o'clock and I have to go to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym in freaking 5 days. So I'm gonna pull all my stuff out of the shop and pull Jared's in the shop, and I'm gonna pull his motor out. He might help.
There's probably some things I can help with, but for the most part, I'll just slow you down. Or break something, break it worse.
You'll probably bend more rods.
Car falls off the lift.
I don't think we're gonna have time to pull the motor apart today. So we need to pull out the Evo 8, pull the STI off the lift, and then should we drive your car in and just let her knock? Let her go?
I'm scared. What if it spun a bearing and it's just... Some guy messaged me, I didn't tell you about this, sent me the carnage pictures of his. Terrible. It was so bad. Everything was gone.
Damn.
Crank cams.
Bro, if that's the case.
Multiple rods.
I was initially gonna start working on the hatch, the paint project. I decided that we are gonna paint the car. I have no idea what color, but I still need to do metric ass tons of sanding and bodywork on the car. But I decided that we need to get Jared's block at a machine shop before I do that, because machine shops usually take forever, so. Bro, that thing's hammered. That's literally what your rod's gonna look like. Probably not that bad though. All right, let's get Jared's car situated up on the lift and get started tearing this pile of poop apart. If you're wondering, if you haven't watched the video, Jared hit a puddle or a lake and sucked in water. And he probably bent a rod, so that's why we have to pull his motor. Cold start for the boys coming right up. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
I'm scared.
Don't drop a rod.
I'm scared to drive.
She don't sound well. She's definitely hurting. It smokes so much now. Holy.
Bro.
Something just blew.
Oh boy. She is fucking... That was a lot of smoke.
We just got the car on the lift. I don't know if you guys saw all of that smoke that just came out of this thing. She is not sounding good. She's not sounding healthy. This thing needs some serious freaking love. I think the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and drain the oil and see how much water is actually in the oil, if there's much at all. I don't see like anything crazy milky on the dipstick. And I also want to check for bearing material in the oil as well, just to see if we lost any sort of bearings. So yeah, let's go get her up in the air, do the first diagnosis with draining the oil. Yeah.
Oh.
How much copper we got? A little bit so far. We'll know at the end.
Is that a magnetic pan or a magnetic?
No.
She looks a little milky.
If you lost a bearing, you'd have a shit ton of material.
Okay.
So it's a good sign. Yeah. Oh yeah. Not bad at all. Throw oil back in it and fire it up. Let her eat. You know, it's not a bearing, so you can keep driving it. Just clear it out. Look at how
Viscous?
non-viscous, yeah. This shit's like Bobby's butt cheeks, bruh. Not very, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is non-viscous butt cheeks a good thing? Yeah, that shit's hella milky. So, cool. Let's pull this damn motor. So being that we're already pulling the whole drivetrain, I think that's the route I'm gonna go. Just drop motor tranny, transfer, subframe all out of the car. We're gonna go ahead and do the tranny, or the gear oil, the transfer case oil. We'll also do ACD fluid, all that shit. So while I'm under here, I'm just gonna drain everything out with the right size wrench. hate doing cooking. Should we let her go slow or haul ass?
I don't know, I'm scared.
We got the radiator draining, transfer's drained, engine's drained, transmission is currently draining. I'm gonna go ahead and pull off some other random stuff while we're down here waiting for some stuff to drain. So test pipe has gotta come off. And then I might pull the drive line as well. I'm not gonna pull a ton of stuff off down here right now, but let's just pull a few goodies off. Okay, we got the car back on the ground. We're gonna go ahead and start disconnecting some stuff. Intercooler pipe's gotta come off. Intake's gotta come off. Power steering, we have to disconnect. EC compressor, I'm just gonna unbolt from the motor and leave that with the car, just so we don't have to recharge the system. Power steering is easy to bleed though, so we'll just disconnect the lines there. Yeah, lots of stuff. Do with it as you see fit. Bro, not to mention how much dirt gets past the filter. Well, dirt.
Yeah, it's a bummy filter too.
I think you already drank most of it. It wasn't terrible.
Whoa, bro. No, there's gotta be a ton in the intercooler.
Hell yeah.
Oh, look at all the oil in there. This whole car's my car's jank as fuck. This makes me feel bad.
All right, cool. Some sick water came out of the intercooler. That was fun. Huh. Mm-hmm. Beautiful intercooler piping, Jordan.
So
a little oily and wet. Slippery when wet, says Bobby. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just gut this entire front end. Headlights are coming off, bumper beam, intercooler, this whole core support, radiator, all of that stuff comes out and it gives you so much more space to work. It's not necessary, it's not like a requirement, but I think it's well worth it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Well, we ended up breaking an AC line, LOL. So we took off the condenser and AC lines as well, makes life a little bit easier. From here, we can go ahead and disconnect all this wiring, and I'm sure you can pull it from the chassis side, but I always just pull it from the engine side. So it connects to the ECU, runs down here, connects down there somewhere, and then I'm not even sure where it connects back here, but it goes loop somewhere into the bottom of the fuse box. And it's not that hard to disconnect it from the motor. It looks a little bit complicated, but it's really not that bad. Jared has something to show us. That's clean. Huh, sick. Beautiful water. You don't got an oil catch can, you got a water catch can.
Just water blow by.
So we just pulled off the oil cooler lines. I'll probably pull off the entire cooler just to get out of the way. From here, we're gonna go ahead and remove the CV axles. I'm gonna pull off the calipers and I'm gonna set them aside. Really don't wanna mess these things up at all. ABS sensors